feels kind of good.
Firestarter is a 2022 remake of the 1984 film 3, and is based on Stephen King's novel of the same name, and is about a girl who is able to control fire using telekinesis, and a bunch of bad people are after her, so she must protect herself and her family. I've seen the original, and it's not bad, but there's definitely things about it. There's definitely things about it that I think could be improved. Much like a lot of Stephen King's adaptations, a lot of them are like, this is either really, really good or really bad. I think Firestarter, I think, needed a remake at some point. Cujo, I think, needs a remake. Just a ton. Don't get me started on Maximum Overdrive. But another thing, too, is that with a lot of remakes, they tend to go overboard or not follow what they're trying to do completely. And this one definitely falls in the category of this could have been so much better. The good, Zac Efron, or Zacky Poo, is surprisingly really good in this. I was not expecting him to be as good as he was. I was expecting it to be kind of like hit and miss. Like, yeah, you did good on this part, you did good on this part, but this part you could have done way better. He was the one that kind of carried this movie. So it kind of all fell on his shoulders. The main fire effects, like the aftermath of fire, it's actually real fire, which was pretty cool. My favorite director of all time, John Carpenter, composed the score to this, which was really, really cool, and actually a little bit of history. Carpenter was originally going to do Firestarter back in the 80s, but because of his movie The Thing, which is a fantastic movie if you haven't seen it, it bombed. So the studio was like, "Well, we're not going to give this to you because your movie bombed." But I'm really really happy that at least he was involved some way in doing Firestarter, even though it was just doing the score and that was it. The score was really, really good because Carpenter's really, really good. But the bad, there's, first of all, the dialogue. The dialogue kind of sucks. Yeah, and even in the trailer, there were some moments where I'm like, why did you say that? Like, why? That's just cheap. I mean, like, the whole, like, her saying, liar, liar, pants on fire. I was like, okay, and I get you're a little girl, but come on, really?
Please, I can help you.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Like, you should be old enough to stop saying that. Yeah, just from dialogue, characters that are just kind of like you don't necessarily care about. Yeah, to just some other things that are just like you could have done it this way, you could have done it this way. Yeah, this wasn't totally bad, but at the same time, it was like this could have been like so much better than what it was. So yeah, this I think gets a fine. It gets a rating of a fine from me because yeah, Zac Efron, he does carry the movie. Carpenter's score is really good, and from what practical effects there are, it's all from what the effects that there is, it's mainly all practical. So I'm like, okay, at least they did it that way. But it was still, it felt very lost. It was kind of like, you couldn't done this, you could have done this, but you didn't. You just took it this way, and it's like, that didn't work. So I don't know. I mean, I don't really necessarily care for the original either, even though Drew Barrymore was really, really good in that movie. Yeah, I don't know. This was just kind of meh. So that was my review for Firestarter. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you liked the review. Let me know what other entertainment stuff you want to check out, and I'll see you next time.